Hello and welcome to the Selective High School Placement Test Thinking Skills Question Paper Answer Guide video for 2023. This will be a series of videos looking at the 2023 question paper for thinking skills. So there will be 4 parts. This is part 1 of 4. The first part will look at the first 10 questions of the paper, the second part will look at the next 10, and so on and so forth. It's really important that you watch all 4 parts to gain a complete understanding of the overall paper. As you can probably tell, there are 40 questions that you need to complete in the thinking skills paper. They're all multiple choice questions and you will have 40 minutes to try and complete them. We will start looking at them now. Question 1 asks us, in a computer game, players are awarded coins for each puzzle that they solve. The coins can be used to buy objects within the game. The prices of objects range from 50 coins to 150 coins. Players earn 10 coins for each easy puzzle that they solve and 15 coins for every difficult puzzle that they solve. These are the 3 objects that Jody would like to buy together with the cost of each of them. Jody currently has 35 coins. What is the smallest number of puzzles that Jody will need to solve to be able to buy all 3 objects? So as we can see here, you can get a bow and arrows for 60 coins, a shield for 80 coins, or a sword for 90 coins. And Jody wants all 3 of them. So first we need to figure out how much it is to buy all 3 of them. So what's the total for all 3 of these items? So when we add their prices together, it's 60 plus 80 plus 90. That gets us to 230 coins. So Jody needs 230 coins in total to buy all 3 items. But Jody already has 35 coins. So we're going to minus 35 from 230 to get 195. Jody needs 195 more coins to be able to buy all 3 items. Then we also see that this question is asking us, what is the smallest number of puzzles that Jody will need to solve, right? Because she doesn't want to put in more time to solve the easy puzzles and get less coins than she would by solving the difficult puzzles. So we can see that by solving the difficult puzzle, she will get more coins than she would with the easy puzzles. That means to satisfy this part of the question, what is the smallest number of puzzles that Jody will need to solve? We will use the amount that she would get by solving the difficult puzzles. So we will divide 195 by 15 to figure out how many of the difficult puzzles she will need to solve to be able to get to 195 coins total. So 195 divided by 15 is 13. So Jody needs to solve 13 puzzles to get 195 more coins, and then when she adds that to 35, she will get the total amount she needs to buy all 3 items. So then when we look at our options for the answers, we see that the answer is B, 13. Jody needs to solve 13 puzzles as the smallest number of puzzles to be able to buy all 3 objects. Now we move on to question 2. 5 people are sitting in a line. Jara is sitting immediately to the left of Ali. So Jara is over here and Ali is here because Jara is to the left of Ali. Daniel is sitting immediately to the right of Nala. So we know Daniel is somewhere to the right of Nala. We'll just put it on the same line for now. So let's say Nala is here and Daniel is to the right of her. Then Jessica is sitting next to Daniel. We know that Nala has to be on Daniel's left because Daniel has to be on Nala's right. That means Jessica can't be where Nala is. She has to be on this side. And then we also learned that Jara is sitting on one end of the line. And when we go back to the top here, that Jara is sitting immediately to the left of Ali, we know that Jara has to be on the left of someone. He can't be at the furthest right. So it makes sense that he would be on this end. So this is our order. Then the question asks us, who is sitting in the middle of the line? When we look at our order, it is Nala. And our answer is C. Question 3. Anyone who helped Mr. Bamblett with the school garden last week will be given a ticket to the country fair at the weekend. Catherine says, that's great. I helped Mr. Bamblett with the garden last Thursday, so I'll definitely get a ticket. Kylie says, Fran told me that she is going to the country fair. She must have helped out too. If the information in the box is true, whose reasoning is correct? So let's go back to the box and break down the information in the box. So the box says anyone who helped Mr. Bamblett with the school garden last week will be given a ticket, right? So anyone who helped Mr. Bamblett will be given a ticket by him, probably. Now, when we look at Catherine's statement, she says, that's great. I helped Mr. Bamblett with the garden last Thursday. So that meets the first part of the information in the box, the fact that she helped Mr. Bamblett with the garden last week. So I'll definitely get a ticket. That also fits with the last part of the information in the box, that anyone who helped with the school garden will get a ticket to the country fair. So Catherine's reasoning is correct. Then Kylie says, Fran told me that she is going to the country fair. She must have helped out too. Now, the thing that's wrong with Kylie's statement is that there's nothing in her statement about whether Fran helped out with the school garden or whether she was given a ticket by Mr. Bamblett. So we don't actually know if Fran got the ticket because she helped out with the school garden last week, or if she bought the ticket herself, or if someone else gave it to her, right? So Kylie's statement doesn't fit with the information in the box. So Kylie's reasoning is not correct. When we come back to the question, if the information in the box is true, whose reasoning is correct? We know Kylie's isn't, but Catherine's is. So Catherine only. And the answer to question 3 is A. Okay. Question 4 asks us, Harlow bought some items from the shop yesterday. Her receipt is shown below. So Harlow bought a chocolate bar, 3 chocolate bars for $2.70, lemonade, lollies, and milk, and there's her total at the bottom. Madison bought the same items, so the same items as Harlow from the shop as well yesterday, but in different quantities. So different amounts of everything that Harlow bought. Unfortunately, half of her receipt was missing, so she could not see the names of the items. The part of the receipt that she still has is below. And we need to figure out how many lollies Madison bought. Now, we know that Harlow and Madison bought the same things, and you might be looking at this question thinking, do I need to use math to figure out how many lollies Madison bought? The answer is no. When we look at Harlow's receipt, we see that there's a pattern to how the things are ordered. Chocolate bar, lemonade, lollies, milk. They're ordered in alphabetical order. And because we know that Madison bought the same things as Harlow, her receipt will also be in alphabetical order. So up here, the first thing would be a chocolate bar. The next, chocolate bar. The next item would be lemonade. The next item would be lollies, and the last item would be milk, and then at the end would be the total. So we know that as the third item, Madison bought 4 lollies. And in our answers, that's option D. So the answer to question 4 is D. Madison bought 4 lollies. Now we come to question 5. A scientist attached tracking devices to 4 sea turtles to monitor their annual return to a beach. Each of the turtles had a 3-letter code name. Blue, the youngest of the turtles, arrived before the oldest turtle, Lil. So the order is Blue is before Lil. And the turtle known as Eve arrived just before the youngest turtle, so before Blue, and half an hour ahead of the oldest turtle, so way before Lil. So Eve is up here. The turtle known as True arrived a few minutes after Blue. So True will be after Blue, but we don't know if True was before Lil. For example, she might have been just a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds before Lil, or she might have been a couple of seconds after Lil. We don't know whether she's first or second after Blue, right? But that doesn't matter because the question is asking us which turtle arrived second. We don't need to know who was third or fourth in the overall order because we know for certain who came second, and that's blue. And that is what the question is asking us. So our answer to 5 is A, blue. Blue arrived second. Question 6. Funny pet videos are viewed hundreds of thousands of times a day around the world. Many people clearly enjoy watching cats leap away from cucumbers in terror or dogs falling off the backs of couches. But these videos are harmful and should be made illegal. Forcing pets to perform can be stressful and frightening for them. Furthermore, the desire of their owners to achieve ever greater numbers of views creates a motive to film more and more extreme videos. Which one of these statements, if true, most weakens the above argument? So the question is asking us, given that we have this argument here, which of these options doesn't support the argument, but rather contradicts it, says something that makes the argument seem not as strong, right? What is weakening the above argument? So the options are A, many pet videos feature funny things that were caught on camera by chance. B, trying to be popular on the internet can be bad for people's mental health. C, many countries have strict rules governing the treatment of working animals. Or D, the use of performing animals in circuses is generally thought to be morally wrong. When we look at the argument, we see that it's mainly talking about, its key ideas are all about the negative effects or consequences of funny pet videos, or the negative things that are involved in making funny videos. For example, these videos are harmful, they should be made illegal. These are all negative things, right? Or forcing pets. Stressful, frightening, all the keywords are really negative. When we look at the options here, we see that B, C, and D all seem to agree with the argument. They're all talking about the negative consequences, effects, or aspects of funny pet videos and creating them. For example, trying to be popular on the internet can be bad for people's mental health. That's a negative effect. Many countries have strict rules governing the treatment of working animals. That has to do with the sort of legalities or illegalities of making funny pet videos. And then D, the use of performing animals in circuses is generally thought to be morally wrong. So all of these, B, C, and D, seem to really support the argument. They're also talking about the negative things that have to do with funny pet videos. But A, many pet videos feature funny things that were caught on camera by chance. This doesn't support the argument. Instead, it's saying that, well, look, some pet videos just happen to be caught on camera. It's not that anyone was forcing the pets. So it's disagreeing with this point that no one was forcing the pets. It just happened to happen. And because of that, it's not stressful or frightening or harmful or wrong because it was just an accident. So out of all these options, A is a statement that weakens the argument. Question 7. 8 competitors took part in a series of 6 challenges. The table below details the results of each of the challenges. Who was the only competitor who was ranked in a different position in each of the 6 challenges? So we have to look at the positions of each of these people in each of the challenges. So in the first game, Dawn placed 8th. In the second, she was 7th. In the third, she was 1st. In the fourth, she was 8th again. So we see that Dawn ranked 8th twice. So she was not in a different position in all of the 6 challenges. So it can't be Dawn, right? Then we look at Evie. Evie placed 1st, then 6th, then 2nd, then 7th, then 3rd, then 2nd again. So we see that she was 2nd twice. So it can't be Evie either. Jade placed 1st. Then she placed 5th, 7th, 3rd, and then 5th again. We see that Jade placed 5th twice. Can't be Jade either. Meanwhile, Theo placed 7th. Then he placed 3rd. then he placed 5th, then he placed 2nd, then he placed 6th, and then finally he placed 4th. Theo is the only one who ranked in a different position in each of the 6 games. So our answer is D, Theo. Question 8. Zoe is going to a party this weekend, and most of the children in her class will be going as well. Zoe says, I will know most of the people at the party because they are in my class. Which one of the following sentences show that Zoe has made a mistake? So when we look at the information in the box, we see that Zoe is going to a party this weekend, and most of the children in her class will be going as well. So most of her classmates will be going as well. But then Zoe says, I will know most of the people at the party because they are in my class. Zoe is assuming that, let's say she has 20 classmates and there's 30 people at the party. 20 out of 30 people is most of the people, right? But Zoe doesn't know for sure how big the party will be. For example, the party could be made up of 60 people. There might be 60 people there and only 20 people from her class are going. Then 20 out of 60, that's not most of the people at the party who are her classmates. So Zoe's mistake is that a large number of people might have been invited to the party. While most of her class is going, there's no guarantee that most of the people at the party are her classmates. Question 9. Asha, Drashti, Jason, and Jenny were all born in the same year but in different months. Asha is older than Jason and younger than Jenny. Drashti is younger than Jason. Okay, so let's put this into an order. So Asha is older than Jason, but Asha is also younger than Jenny. And then Drashti is younger than Jason. So this is the order. Jenny is the oldest, Drashti is the youngest, and in between are Asha and Jason. Now we know they were all born in the same year, but in different months. So no one can be in the same month. Okay? So given the information above, which one of the following cannot be true? Okay? So A says Asha was born in October. If Asha was born in October and Asha is the second oldest, and everyone has to be born in a different month, that would mean that Jason has to be born in November and Drashti has to be born in December of the same year. That could be true. This pattern could work. So, given the information above, A can be true. So our answer is not A. Then B, Drashti was born in December. Drashti is the youngest, so it wouldn't matter anyway whether she was born in December or not. There was no one who came after her. So this could also be true. B is not our answer. C, Jason was born in September. If Jason was born in September, there's still plenty of months for Drashti to have been born in that year. So C could also be true. Meanwhile, D, Jenny was born in November. Jenny is the oldest, and November is the second last month of the year. This cannot be true because Asha, Jason, and Drashti are all born after Jenny, and they all have to be born in different months of the same year. But if Jenny's born in the second last month of the year, it wouldn't fit the pattern. So our answer is D. D cannot be true given the information above. Now we come to the last question of this video. A pencil holder is shown below. Which one of the following shows a side view of the pencil holder? So for these questions, you really have to try and just imagine the object is in front of you. Okay, so for example, A, if the object is in front of us and we're looking at A, that would mean that we're looking from this side, right? Because the tallest side is on the left. But it can't be A because we see that this is at an angle. These lines are at an angle. They can't be straight like this, so it can't be A. Now, when we look at B, we're still looking from this end, right? It could be B because it's at an angle. It also shows the second part at an angle here. So that all seems to make sense. And then it shows the two parts over here and here, right? So B seems to make sense. I think B seems to be our most likely contender right now. Then C, if we're looking at C, we're looking from this side because the tallest side is on the right-hand side. But the problem with C is that we see that this bit in the model is taller than this second part. So if we're looking from this side, or from this end, we shouldn't be able to see this bit here because this taller end will be hiding this smaller end. So we shouldn't be able to see this little bit if we're looking from this side. So it can't be C. Then when we look at D, once again, we're looking from this side over here. And already the problem is that this is not at an angle. So the only one that makes sense is B. Our answer to 10 is B. That concludes the first part of the thinking skills answer guide videos. Please make sure to watch part 2. I hope everything made sense and good luck with your test preparation. I'll see you in part 2.